Before committing ourselves to a journey of fostering gratitude, it is reasonable to inquire, how can we give thanks for what seems like a loss? For an answer to this, we look at nature all around, so perfect, balanced, and pure. Every event in nature, whether growth or decay, abundance or loss, contributes to this ideal scene. The benevolence surrounding us is truly astounding, from the smallest event right up to the grand. Every breath of air that we take is a gift of another few seconds of being alive in this body. And consider this idea. The many billions of stars in the universe are all arranged in exactly the right way so that life can exist on Earth. Such benefaction, beyond comprehension. We are nature too. As Henry Thoreau once wrote, we are nature's way of looking at itself. So the same beneficent laws which govern the universe must also apply to us. All is good, or leading towards the good. It has often been said that nature is our best teacher, and also the best preacher. When we feel lost, battered, defeated, and wronged, there is always an example from nature which can remind us to keep the faith, hold on to hope, and remember that our higher self is indestructible and ever content. One of my favourite analogies goes like this. Look at the sugar cane, growing tall in the field. At the very peak of its existence, someone puts a fire through it, then hacks it down so it can be crushed, boiled, and then dried. A whole series of traumas it goes through. But then, what's left? Sugar so sweet. In the same way, those who have suffered terribly and then come out the other side, each one will say, I'm a better person, or it taught me to believe in myself, or some such words. That is, when all seemed lost or taken away, they began to realize a strength and sweetness inside. As Khalil Gibran once wrote in his beautiful book, The Prophet, your pain is the breaking of the shell which encloses your understanding. These deeper qualities of our own true self are hidden behind the ego's shell, just like the sugar inside the sugar cane. The trauma and suffering cracks open our accustomed way of experiencing the world, and a new depth and potential is ushered in. And for this, in due course, when the time is right, we can be grateful. When I had a catastrophic nervous breakdown at the age of 31 years, it would have been impossible for me to see it as a gift. How could anyone feel grateful for being reduced to a terrified, whimpering wreck for months on end? And yet, 8 years later, when I told the story of my mental collapse and recovery, I named the recording Nervous Breakthrough. I referred to the experience as a breakthrough instead of a breakdown, to convey the message that the suffering I endured was all worth it, every minute. Compared to how I am now, my life then was constricted, lonely, and full of silent hostility. It's as if I was in a self-created prison, a psychic prison, which God or my higher self decided to blow up. My ego shell was destroyed, allowing me to recreate myself, following the path of a softer heart. For all of those terrible years, I am immensely grateful. Perhaps you've already learned how to profit by and give thanks for the many losses and traumas and disappointments in your life. If not, I'm sure that change will come, when the time is right. It involves looking at life's events from a different perspective. There is a saying, when you stand with your back to the sun, all you will see is your shadow. When we turn around and face the sun, that is, look for the good, count our blessings, hold on to our faith, gratitude comes, wave after wave of it, and we wonder how we ever could have doubted that love and goodness is all there is.